Dearborn is my home. Dearborn's a very diverse community. It's changed a lot.
Well, I grew up in East Dearborn. It's the part of Dearborn where it's actually mainly Muslim Arab Americans. So in my neighborhood, everyone knew our family because we were the only Mexicans. People at first didn't know. They would always ask me, well, what are you? You know, what do you mean? I'm a girl. I'm Cassandra. I'm me. You know, they say either, oh, you're too pretty to be this, or you're too light to be this, and you're too dark to be, you know, this.
Edsel Ford High School, if you were to walk in, is really a very unique environment. We have the highest population of immigrant students, predominantly from Yemen. We do have some Iraqi students and other recent immigrants. We've also, in the past years, have had an increase in African American students. It's just a great place to see just the world. I mean, you feel like you're walking into another world when you're in there.
Just going to the cafeteria, you go in and you see all African Americans sitting next to each other, all Arab groups sitting next to each other, the small minority of Latinos sitting next to each other. And then you have, there's one table where there's just, you don't even know what's going on. There's just a mixture. We have diversity, but you could also see how, you know, it's separated. And I think a lot comes from self-segregation. It's just whoever you're comfortable with, and that just happens to be the person who looks like you.
I mean, one of the reasons that I wanted to come to Edsel is that there were some issues in terms of divides between the different groups. And so one of the first things that I wanted to do was to start a club and bring students of different backgrounds together so that we can work on common goals.
You know, people who came in and spoke to us, workshops, getting to know different students and their experiences. And it was just an eye-opener because I know my experiences and people where I come from, but, you know, other students that may experience similar things or how different it is than what I experienced.
We started talking about how do we make this sustainable? How do we make this a permanent part of Edsel? And how do we set it up so that if I'm not there or if my students are not there, that it still lives on? And that's how we came up with the idea of let's put this as part of the curriculum, as something that will be here long after we're gone. We had been, as a club, doing things that benefit the school and improve the school culture. So our students had already made a name for themselves. The superintendent knew about them, that he knew about the club. And we wanted to say, look, you love what we're doing. You like that we come in when there's issues between groups. What about this?
We created a course at Edsel Ford that could teach people about themselves, to be confident in who they are and like their identity.
We're hoping that this course will help students better communicate with people that are not like them, will help them feel like this is a community and that this is their school and that they belong there.
I want for students to get to interact with each other, know each other's history, know where we come from, why we are the way we are, why we do, why we say things.
We had to first create a general outline, a basis of why we need it, why it's important, what's going to happen, what's it going to look like. And so we made this outline and we presented it to a couple boards. They made suggestions. We redid it and redid it and redid it until it's this huge, detailed, full course. We collaborated and came up with ideas such as journals, so that way students who aren't comfortable speaking yet can write down their thoughts.
We thought of going into the second semester, going in, interacting with middle schools. Prejudice and biases, we're not born with them, we develop them, you know, through early stages of our life, and parents and teachers, students have a lot of influence in that.
I mean, people who are prejudiced and people who attack oftentimes, I think, don't realize what they're doing. And I really believe that. I think at the heart, at our core, we really are all good people, just misguided. And this work is really important. I mean, if you can help people see they're happier, you're just a happier person if you can look at people for who they are.
I just want to make this a better place to live for everyone, and I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable or insecure with themselves. A lot of things aren't about who they really are. It's just surface level. It's race, it's ethnicity, it's sexuality, it's gender, and I want to break down those barriers.